Let's talk about Bitcoin first of all and zoom out. We'll take a look at our daily candles, what they're telling us, and the flat moving averages. We've got flat moving averages and we're still in a sideways consolidation correction. I'm really concerned that all of this price action that we're looking at is corrective. So we've had an A leg, now we're in a B leg, and even if we drop from here, it's just still going to be like the C of the B leg, if you like, and then we're going to like this, and then we're going to have another leg higher of correction like this, and then potentially either we reverse our daily downtrend, which would mean trading above 4,400, or we do that final leg lower that we're looking for. I think we're in a big wave 4 at the moment, and you know that doesn't mean that we'll see new lows. It you know, wave 5s often do fail, but we are at least going to attempt one, but that's not underway yet. So if you want my kind of view of where we're at and what's going on, that's where we're at and what's going on. And these flat daily moving averages really point to that, this consolidation range. And the same thing here on the 4-hour, we've got really tight ranges. I think if we break out to the downside from this consolidation wedge that we're making here, then we can measure the first swing lower in Bitcoin and we'll project it like this. And we'll either, you know, 34.72, potentially, maybe all the way down to 32.19. Everyone will be squeaking if we go down there, and I still see another leg higher from here. Now, I'm open to the price. You know, I'm open to the price action and this first leg being, you know, this leg being complete, and we could make a rally and break to the upside from here. You know, when you've got sideways moving averages, the best thing to do is actually to sit out and park your opinion when it's in a consolidation range like this, because it really could go either way, and we really should actually draw it sort of more horizontally whilst it's in this sideways range. And so yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, there's really no trend. It's not collapsing, and other markets are moving. And so if you don't mind trading some alts, I think it's a good time to invest and look at some alts. So we've got no trend, sideways movement in Bitcoin. That's all. I think if we lose these horizontal support around, and I'm looking at Binance prices with Tether, but if we lose sort of 36.30, I might really rethink about hodling. If we look at this in Bitfinex or Bittrex prices, let's see. Then if we lose this kind of 4-hour 200 moving average, or if we come back more than 50% of this rally, which is kind of where we're sitting, so 37.97 is that 50% level again. We really don't want to come back underneath that if we can help it. You know, once you start getting underneath all of those bunched up moving averages, then there is a risk that, you know, we do a full retest of the lows or something like that. So that's where we're at. Zero trend, no trend in Bitcoin at the moment. Very short-term trades. Now, some of the others are doing all right. Not Ripple, unfortunately. Not Litecoin. Litecoin's pretty much doing what Bitcoin's doing. So is Dash and Neo and all those. But Ethereum is really outperforming. If we take a look at our horizontal highs, we're trading and holding above our 382 fib level. We had an inside day yesterday. I'm looking for this to break to the upside and carry on higher to this 50% target. In $, that's 167.80 next. So we're looking at daily candles on Coinbase. And you can see this sideways range. We've got a bullish cross of our moving averages. If I move that out of the way, normally that would mean a return to the 200-day moving average, and that would take us up back all the way back to these prior highs at 255. I think it's smarter while everything else is sideways to go step by step. And 167 certainly is quite a tough level to get through with these prior lows as well. And not just these prior lows, but yeah, 169. A retest of a big fib level as well. So if we look at this lower time frame, you can see, remember, very often these corrections are two waves, whether they slide down like this, so A, B, C, or whether they go sideways like this. That's usually three waves. So we've got 1, 2, 3. And so we should see something like this in F, and then up we go again. So that's what I'm waiting for next in Ethereum. If we look at ETH against Bitcoin, which is a really good kind of altcoin indicator, when Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, it's usually alt season. So far, we're only seeing it in some big alts, but it has the potential, I think, for some more alts to join in. Certainly, there's some really good setups out there. Now, Ethereum, Bitcoin, we might hit a bit of a bump in the road shortly because we're about to hit the 200-day moving average. And if I also, in Ethereum, Bitcoin, if I pull the fibs from these highs, actually we're fine in terms of fib thing resistance, maybe from this swing. But yeah, we're pretty good in terms of fib resistance. So we just have this 200-day moving average. And you say just have a 200-day moving average, but it's also a bit of a, as usual, a bit of a support and resistance level as well. I'm going to take this spike low here. So you can see this low, these highs, 200-day moving average. In ETH Bitcoin, that comes in around 0.041908. So that's where I would be watching out for ETH to either Bitcoin to start playing some catch up or ETH to maybe bang her head. So let's recap a bit. There are some, oops, what on earth have I done here? Here we go. So there are a few alts that we've run through that have some really nice setups. But in Bitcoin, within the sideways range, we're seeing weakness and we're headed lower. That may mean for all of these alts and for Ethereum that we've been tracking and looking, it's been outperforming. It may mean as well that these double tops in Ethereum play out and we see a pullback in Ethereum. If so, then all of those other breakout setups that we've been looking at and all of those altcoins that we've been looking at will not probably break out, and we will need to be a little bit more patient. So sideways ranges continue, watching for a breakout in ETH. ETH is outperforming Bitcoin, but it looks like it's potentially could be one of those days where the whole space takes a move lower. Now in legacy markets today, as non-farm payrolls, US payrolls, they had a smashing number yesterday, and the market's looking for confirmation that that's true today. And if it's not, and there could be a little bit of disappointment. Japan came back from the New Year holiday. Their stock markets have sold off quite hard. If we do, even with an amazing jobs number, if we do see follow-through selling in stock indexes, it has dragged Bitcoin down before, and it could do again. Thanks for watching and subscribing. If you didn't already know, I do a live stream on Monday nights on my Facebook page, facebook.com/nicktrades. I usually look at 30 to 40 coins, and I do it every week. If you'd like to join me, then, and you've got a request or a coin you'd like to look at, then leave a request in the comments below. We'll try and take a look at it tonight.